pimps and pimpettes. This is your boy Edits, and today I'm going to be commentary, of course, over some Modern Warfare 3 on some TDM. I'm playing with the Scar H, I believe. I'm getting Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 mixed up together. But today I'm going to be bringing you a commentary about judging people before you meet them. You know the saying that they say, don't judge a book before its cover. That's basically what I want to be talking to you about today. Because me personally, I don't really like to judge people before I meet them. I'll see somebody, and I like to get like a genuine, not, I guess you could say I kind of judge them, but then I hold off on the final assessment after I get to know them. So like let's say I meet a girl, right? I'm not gonna go off and think, oh, this chick, just because she wears a certain kind of clothes, or she wears a certain kind of makeup, has her hair did a certain way, wears certain shoes, high heels, flip flops, those small, really, I don't know, ballerina shoe looking things. Like let's say she's wearing some kind of like attire that makes her look one way, but what if she's the other way? What if she's like, let's say she looks like a whore, right? But just because she dresses like that doesn't mean she's necessarily a whore. What if she just likes to dress that way? What if she? I mean, I don't know. I guess that's a bad example. But you guys get what I'm saying. I don't like to judge people before I meet them. I get a first impression of them by what they look like. But genuinely, if they look interesting, that's when I'll go approach a girl. I guess you could say, is because I don't like to go off of by what other people say, because a lot of people they tend to stretch the truth, just like that. Like you think about it, the game, I don't know if you guys ever played it, but there's a game when I was growing up, we called it telephone. It would start off on one end of the room in the classroom, I guess you could say, and then it would go on to the other side of the classroom, and how the story would start wasn't necessarily how it began, how it ended. When it started, it was always different, at the end of the story, because in between, people tend to change things up, and I guess that's a good way to get like a ground setting for other people, just because other people say, oh, that girl's she's a bitch, or she's a slut, doesn't necessarily mean that she is, because majority of the time, rumors are rumors. They don't really have any in between errors. Well, I guess you can't call them. I don't know. They don't really have like a good base, because it's not really the truth about them. People, sometimes people will start rumors. Sometimes people will just go off into, just straight up hating on them, and I don't like to do that. Like I like to understand the inside of somebody. I like to that sounded very gross, but I'm gonna keep it in there. I like to understand what somebody's about. I like to understand what they are like on the inside. Not necessarily getting in their heads, but I like to get both sides of the story. I don't like to hear one person's side of the story and then just leave my judgment on that. I like to get to know the person, and what I noticed too. Nobody asks, what did you do? Nobody asks that no more, and I gotta give Carlos Mencia credit for that, because I was watching one of his comedy specials that I have, and he says that it's a valid point. Nobody asks, what did you do, anymore, because it's never anybody's fault. Like when somebody tells you a story, it's their side of the story. It's never anybody else's. I have a niece like that. My niece, she has this big thing about making everybody else around her look bad, but nobody asks, what did you do? That's what I like to do. Like, what did you do to make that person hate you so much? What did you do that made that person not like you, that much? What did you do that caused you to break up? Like, what did you do? Not necessarily what happened. Like, what happened is easy to answer, because you're only going to give one side of the story. I like to ask, what did you do, and then everything else comes after. So that's basically how I go about things. I like to get to know somebody first before I pass any kind of judgment on them, and depending on the type of person that I'm talking to, whether it's a girl that I'm trying to get with or a girl that I can see as a friend, I still like to get to know the person before I make that last final, okay, this is what you're going to be about to me, and if I see that somebody's not respecting themselves, I'm not going to respect them. That goes for both guys and girls. Like if a guy's acting like a bitch about everything, then you're generally going to be considered a bitch to me, every time I talk to you or every time I see you. That's what you're going to be. And if a girl's acting like a whore, that's all you're gonna be. Like if I meet a girl and on the first night we have sex, it's like, or we hook up or whatever we do, that's generally what all I'm gonna want for you. There's no relationship that's gonna come out of this. There's no I'm not gonna grow any more feelings towards you, and I'm not gonna have no problem leaving you. Like with my ex, well, you guys haven't really talked about it, but I broke up with my girlfriend that I was with for about 7 months. We started off, and we weren't supposed to be a relationship, and anyways, we started off, as just going to be hooking up, but then we ended up going out. I don't know, that's another video if you guys want to hear about it, but the moral of my story is don't judge people by what other people say. Don't go off of what you heard, go off of, the stuff that you're finding out from that person, understand the person inside. Don't just judge them by what's on the outside, I don't know, I hopefully that helps you out. Hopefully, you get something out of this, but anyways, this has been your boy Edits. Video's about to come to a close, I believe. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment letting me know what you guys liked, what you guys didn't like, where I can improve, stuff like that. Give me some feedback, right? Hope you guys have a nice day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.